Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. We have a non-beer review. It's alcoholic, but just not beer. I think I've done maybe one or two on the channel before, like your mixed drinks sort of thing. But yeah, for Loko, now in Australia. There's a bit of hype around it. So they're a mixed drink. Pretty sure it's like vodka and like vodka and soda sort of thing. Different flavors. This is the blue cocktail version, and they're 7%, so they're pretty boozy. 330 ml can. And I think from what I've seen, because they've only just been introduced to the Australian market, they they had about 4 different flavors. I think there was like a strawberry and lemon or something like that. The blue cocktail actually might have been 3 flavors. There was one that was like white with black on it. Pretty sure from what I remember, they're sort of like a vodka and maybe like energy drink sort of type thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know too much about them, but yeah, I just thought I really wanted to try one. I've had a pretty rough day at work. I did a heap of overtime. I'm absolutely knackered. So yeah, I just wanted to have a couple of random drinks before I hit the hay. Cheers, Tater Dom. Good to see you, brother. Bit of a random time for me to go live. There's probably not many people around, but I thought something like this definitely deserves a review. Goes well with my Sharks hat too. Didn't even think of that. But anyway, let's yeah. Apparently, didn't they get banned in the US or they changed like they're because a lot of kids were drinking them and injuring themselves. And I know that, yeah, the UK, it was hard for them to get them, and then, yeah, we've finally got them. But, yeah, they could be completely different to what you guys had. It doesn't give you any info at all on the can. All it just says is the style that it is, as in the flavour, 7%, and it says contains alcohol. But, yeah, we'll pour her out and have a whiff and a taste and see what we think. Very small can, isn't it? I've got my Carwin Cellars smaller glass. Cheers, Dan. Oh, she's bright blue. So yeah, it looks like Powerade or Gatorade, like the blue version of that. Very spritzy. So it's like a light body. It is a pretty colour. Like, looks pretty cool. Smurf juice. So yeah, it's like fairly lively carbonation, light body, yeah, bright blue. If you were to say the type of blue, the old Derwent pencils I used to use as a kid, they had one called Kingfisher blue. That's about the blue that it is. Yeah, no head on it, but you don't expect that from this sort of beverage. Yeah, the carbonation's very, very lively. It's going nuts. But yeah, let's have a whiff. Cheers, Joe. I'm doing a full Loko, brother. They've just come into the Australian market. I thought I've got to give it a try. So it's got that smell like it's hard to describe. Like blue drinks, they've got this particular smell like it's almost like creaming soda. It's sort of like a blue raspberry or a blueberry sort of note with like vanilla sweetness or something like that. Yeah, the colour's insane. I do like too with the can artwork how it's like camo. That looks pretty sick. So yeah, this was the blue one. They had a red. It was like red and yellow or pink and yellow, and then the other one was like white and black, and they were all camo. Yeah, so all I can describe it as is like this. It's either like blue raspberry or blueberry, and like a candy sort of vanilla, like sherbety sort of sweetness. And that's about the only sort of notes I'm getting. And yeah, it's just very lively carbonation. Like even just sitting near my nose, you can feel it like fizz. Anyway, let's have a taste. Cheers. And yeah, I'll probably have a couple of beers after this. Might do a beer review. I haven't done one for a few days. I've had it about. I think I've had three or 4 days off the piss, which is pretty exceptional for my December and January because I was drinking like every day. Yeah, tastes like creaming soda, like a blue creaming soda. It's sweet, but it's not like real intense. I mean, Powerade sort of has this sort of flavour to it, like that berry blast. But yeah, this is more, I don't know, like it just reminds me of creaming soda. That's sort of all I can say. Cheers, Chris. Good to see you, brother. I'm trying to click on you, but it's not working. My mouse has been a bit shifty lately. There we go. Yeah, like these sort of beverages too. Like I got a 4 pack, and they're quite pricey for what they are. But I think because I did overtime today, and I was walking home, and I just felt like getting something different on the way home. So I was like, "Fuck it, these are brand new. Let's give them a try." As far as the booze goes, whether it's vodka, I'm pretty sure it is. You get just like a light hint of booze, but yeah, it definitely tastes more like an energy drink or a soda than what like a pre-mixed alcoholic drink. So yeah, it's the sort of thing you could smash a heap of them, and then all of a sudden you'd be quite intoxicated. Yeah. One thing I always find cool is how in Chicago for St. Patty's Day they have the rivers all like bright green. It looks pretty cool. ABV dude is 7, so they got a bit of strength to them. And it's like doesn't really have much info on it. Doesn't say whether it's like vodka or what sort of flavour they're going for. But yeah, it would have been good to have one of each flavour, but you could only buy them sort of in 4 packs, or if you bought them singly, they were real expensive. Hmm. But yeah, as I said, because I had like a real rough day at work, did a bit of overtime. Like I did 3 hours overtime, so I've only just got home. I've had a bit of a bite to eat for dinner, and yeah, now I just feel like having a couple of beers before I hit the hay. Yeah, just enough to let you know it's there, Joe. How you going anyway? Settling back into the home life? I'm thinking about doing Melbourne this weekend. The only thing is those a couple of my English friends, they're thinking about doing a stream where they go over all their favourite beers and beer venues and beer related stuff for the year. I feel like it would be a really good show to if I don't really want to miss it. So they were talking about doing it this weekend. So I'll have to sort of see what's going on. Yeah. One thing I found really hard last week, dude, is because of the Christmas, New Year's, and like some public holidays and whatever else. I had a couple of days off. I hadn't worked a full week for like about a month. So yeah, going back to work for like 5 days last week, it's like it felt like it took forever. It's like, oh, just let this week finish. And now this week, the week that I'm on now is even more painful. And yeah, my second in charge that I've put a heap of time into, like trained, she's been really good worker. She has to leave because her family are on a farm and they're elderly and the lady, like is in her grandma, has been told she pretty much can't work anymore. And she's one of those go-getters, just go, go, go. But yeah, she's pretty much been told, no, you've got to settle down. You can't really work anymore. You need someone else to take over. Or so yeah, my mate, like obviously her grandchild's now sort of has to step up and yeah, do the work that she used to do on the farm. So yeah, it's a bit of a pain in the ass because not only did I put so much effort into it, but yeah, like we got on really well as also. And yeah, when you work with someone that you get on with and then they leave, it always sucks. So yeah, she's only got a few days left and then she's done. Yeah, it's like trying to. Our turnover at our company is really bad at the moment. Just a lot of the young ones, they're just, I don't know, they just don't cut it. So trying to find that decent worker to step up is really hard. Well, may as well finish her off. I was thinking of even doing a poll for what beer should I do next? Like pick a beer to review. But yeah, it's probably just a stupid time because most of the UK people it's only real early in the morning, and the US ones most of them are in bed. Oh, that's pretty cool. That'd be awesome. Just walking around seeing all the different beers on offer. Cheers, dude. Good to see you. What are you up to? You cracking a beer? I'm on some Smurf juice. I don't normally do sort of non-beer reviews, but yeah, just every now and then if something's sort of, I don't know, got a bit of like, I don't know, hype or something new, it's like, fuck it, I'll just put it on the channel. And yeah, four Locos, they've had a bit of a name for themselves for years, but we've only just got them in Australia in the last couple of weeks. So I thought, fuck it, I want to try one and I'll put it on the channel as a review. They're just one of those things, though, like, it's tasty, sort of hits the spot, but like, for the price you pay for them and how small the can was, it's like I would much rather just I don't know, like a solid, yeah, like Hallis Lager or a pale ale or something like that. I mean, I don't mind trying this sort of stuff and having it just occasionally to mix it up, but yeah, just give me a good solid beer any day over this sort of thing. as far as price goes, anyway. Oh, I had a bit of anger in me earlier at work today. It was like just trying to stay composed. I even said to a few of my workmates, I said, I might look pretty calm and possibly defeated at the moment, but inside I'm full of rage. I just wanted to like smash shit up. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what beers, because I really feel like a beer after this. And I want a couple of beers in the fridge. I'll do a beer review. I have, I actually have a very, very local, like a wheat ale, sort of like a pale ale wheat beer, like hybrid. That's called Chainsaw. That was one I was thinking about doing. I also have a collaboration between Banks and co-conspirators, and it's a Sabro forward beer called Sabotage. I thought that's a pretty awesome name. And yeah, Banks are one of my favourite breweries, so that's obviously going to be pretty good. What else did I have? Oh yeah, just a standard like Aussie pale ale. Cheers, Slurpee. Good to see you, brother. Would you slurp on that? It's good to see some people. I didn't think there'd be anyone around at this time. And especially too, there's a mix as well. We've got Aussies, Americans, and UK folk. Blue Wick, yeah, it's that sort of thing. It's for Loko. You've probably had them in America, dude. We've just got them in Australia, so I thought, fuck it, I'm going to do one on the channel. Pardon the noise in the background. My dog is scratching up against my back. Like my back's not already sore from work, and he's making it fucking 10 times worse. But yeah, I must admit, after drinking this, I do feel like having about 35,000 beers. Maybe I'll do a hangout. Go for about 5 hours. Cheers, brother. Good to see you. Now, apparently, a few people have said that this is like a different version. It's like a smaller can, and oh, really? Damn, I fucked up. I just thought that it was all part of the UK except for one of the Irish. I just always thought that, yeah, like England, Wales, Scotland, and one of the Irish was UK, and then maybe one of them wasn't. Don't know. Yeah, that's why there was a bit of talk about it when it come in. Tastes like creaming soda, or like blue Powerade or Gatorade. It's just got that sort of like blue raspberry, blueberry sort of thing with like a vanilla sort of sweetness. And the booze is like Not too bad. You can tell it's there, but yeah, it's like easily drinkable, like crushable. It's got a bit of sweetness to it, but not too bad. But yeah, I don't know if it's like the energy drink sort of thing, like it was in America, because it wasn't Four Loko always like a high caffeine, like energy sort of drink with alcohol in it. I don't really know too much about it, to be honest. Yeah, I thought so. Always thought one of the islands was UK, but then the other one wasn't. It's nearly 7 o'clock at night. I'm on day shift this week. I started work at about 5:30 a.m. this morning. Normally I would have got out at about 2 p.m., but I ended up having to work till 5. So I did 12 hours. So yeah, I was pretty pooped. Oh, actually, I didn't do 12. I did 11 hours. We yeah, we're just dealing with some shit that yeah, like it's a real handful, and you need a heap of staff there, and yeah, it's like heaps of inexperience. So like us sort of leaders sort of had to hang around and we're all part of the Commonwealth, my friend, or the Anzac spirit. We're part of West Indies. My dad is Curtly Ambrose. Sir Viv. Fuck, I used to love watching the Windies play cricket. Yeah, fucking oath. I'm like, in all honesty, Slurp, I dealt with it really well, and then in the last 2 years, I've just been fucked with like sleep. I just can't get decent sleep anymore. Um, the worst thing for us is it's rotating shifts, so it's even harder. If I just worked say nights all the time, I don't think I'd be that bad. But because we go nights one week, then afternoons the next, then mornings, and then back to nights. Like your body never knows when the fuck to sleep. So yeah, I've got this habit where I'll go to bed and I can't fucking sleep for shit. I'll wake up every half hour and like it's just terrible sleep. Can't get like deep sleep. It's just like heaps of broken sleep. Or I'll be awake during the day and like just fall asleep just at the drop of a hat, like when I don't want to. That's where it's fucking annoying. And it's especially too like on weekends when I'm just so relaxed. Like I'll sit down and have a beer and I'm just like, oh, thank fuck the week work's over. And then all of a sudden, just, yeah, off I go. Like I've got fucking narcolepsy. Yeah. They're all fucking superstars. I love 'em. Yeah, fucking oath it is. Yeah. Yeah, I've done plenty of that. Couple of weeks ago, I was trying to sleep when it was 43 degrees Celsius, and I don't have aircon where I live. So yeah, it was fucked. Yes. Cheers, Albo. Good to see you, mate. Oh, Albo also. A fella come up to me at work. We get on really well, and he always comes up and comments on my music because in like our section of work, normally it's my music playing over like the PA system, and like I always get comments like people either most people love my music because I've sort of got real diverse taste and that. But anyway, yeah, he's come up and he goes, "Oh, like I'm loving hearing this song and that song," and then he goes, "Have you heard of this cover band? They're from Adelaide. They're called the Hindley Street," and I'm like, "Oh, now I remember. That's who fucking Elbow told me about." So yeah, he's going to see them. Um, Apparently they tour all around the world, but because they're Australian, they tour in Australia quite often. And yeah, he said he's going to see them. They're playing about 45 minutes down the road from where I live. And yeah, I was off. I'm like, fuck, I might have to go check them out. But yeah, apparently it went on sale ages ago and it's already sold out. But yeah, I thought of you straight away when he mentioned their name. And he's like, oh, yeah, they're an awesome band. They got like one or two main guys that play all the stuff, and then they have a heap of different singers. And I'm like, yeah, a mate of mine from Florida that plays piano was telling me about them, and I said, yeah, like they've got a YouTube channel and they're really popular. One thing that is funny when you go to the tennis, if you just sit there and watch all the people in the crowd, and they're just like, it's so funny just watching the crowd, watching the game. Good old Rog. Fuck, he was a superstar. I mean, I don't mind the tennis. Um, it's one of those sports I don't really watch all the time, but Australian Open's always massive. So, like, yeah, I watch a bit of it here. I've been to the tournament a few times. Every now and then I'll like watch a bit of Wimbledon and that when that comes on, but I couldn't give a shit about like French Open and some of those tournaments. Yeah. Yeah. Are they your two favourites, Slurp? Or are you a football man? See, for me, like Aussie Rules is definitely my number one. My number two would probably NFL, like American football. I love ice hockey as well. Obviously, I played cricket most of my life. I do love that as well, but I just don't enjoy watching it as much as some American sport. I feel like all the different versions of the game sort of ruined cricket on TV a bit. They just overdid it. Yeah, yeah. Just shits me with like football, as in like yeah, your English football, like European, or just the amount of money the strong clubs have, and it's just that. Yeah, I prefer sports when it's a level playing field, and so that's one thing that's great with Aussie rules football. They have salary caps, so every club's allowed to like they're not owned by private owners; they're owned by the league. So every team makes their money from like I mean, like the AFL owns all the teams, and the AFL makes money from all the television rights, the attendance, the merch, like everything, and then allocates some money to the teams. And then the teams have a salary cap. So yeah, they can only spend a certain amount on their players. So like I don't know, I just think it's real fair the way it works. You can have one team that's unreal one year and then they're shit the next, and it's just cool how it works. Yeah. Cheers, Adam. Good to see you, brother. I've got a full Loko, Adam. I know Harry Man used to love him. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm a Minnesota fan, Aldo. I've got my hat here right next to me, and yeah, I was very disappointed because we had quite the year. We'd only lost a couple of games, and I was getting really excited. Our quarterback was playing really well, and then yeah, he's like just lost all his confidence when it counted. We've got a good young prospect that I think they're going to now definitely invest their time in because I'm so annoyed though. As a Vikings fan, you get used to it every year. They always let you down. Yeah, yeah. So what are they, Adam? I don't even know anything about them. Is it like an energy drink and vodka, or is it just like a vodka and soda? Like after drinking it, I still can't even tell. Because I always thought they were like an energy drink, and that's why heaps of kids and that got in trouble with them in America. But they were a lot higher in ABV, weren't they? Yeah, yeah. The Vikes have got an awesome, like awesome fucking offense. Like all their receivers and runners and shit. But yeah, it's just hard to get that. Like Kirk Cousins was unreal, but he's just too injury prone. And yeah, this other guy, Sam Darnold, was looking really good, but yeah, fuck, he went to shit in the playoffs. Or the last game and then the playoffs. If we had won that last game, we would have finished first. Cheers, Slurpy. Thanks for chiming in, brother. And I'll look out for whatever your next video is. I don't think I've seen one for a while. Trying to think what the last one was I watched. I watch all your shit anyway, so. Cheers, Suze. I'm sure you've probably had one of these back in the day in the States. I love that camo. It's cool. How would I score this? That's the question. Yeah, it's like as far as like the alcohol goes, you could just touch like I mean you could just taste like a touch of vodka. There's nothing like really stand outish. You just got that like berry flavour and like vanilla. Like it just tasted like a creaming soda with like a touch of alcohol in it. But yeah, like as I said, I've had a big day at work. This is the only drink I've had since I've come home. And like, yeah, 7%. It's only a 330 ml, but I already feel a bit tipsy. So, but yeah, I could have had like a fucking 3% lager and still felt the same because I just feel exhausted. Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. This is. Oh no, Loco. Cheers, Bravers. I'm sure you. I'm sure you've had some back in the California days. That's funny. Yeah, well, that's what I thought. Like the US version was over 10. It was real strong. So I remember Harry talking about, oh, why can't we get the US ones? He used to always bang on about these sort of drinks on his live stream. That's how I got to know half these drinks, I reckon, because of him. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, they're still they're still in the States, but they're not like energy drinks anymore. They're more like a like what Adam said, like a soda, a sugary soda. Yeah, I want to try that so bad. Fucking oath. What's the percentage of dragon soup? At least dragon soup comes in a fucking respectable can too. None of this little piddly shit. Yeah, boy. I need something to spark me up. I do feel a bit better. Yeah. Should I do a beer review? That's the question. I think if I do one, I'm going to have a shower first. I'm just really, really keen for a couple of beers. So I thought I might have a cheeky lager or two just off camera as I have a shower or something, and then come back and review a beer. Yeah, yeah. Shave, no. Shit, possibly. Shower, yes. Definite. I always enjoy the two best times to have a drink in the shower. Either if you're going out and you're getting ready to go out on the town, you have a beer or whatever drink in the shower as you're getting ready and have some tunes going. That's always a good starter to get you amped up. Or if you've had a massive as day at work or whatever sport you play and you just get in the shower and you're absolutely fucked, or even the bath and just crack a drink while you're in there. Good times. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this up and yeah, could possibly be back with a beer review. But as I said, shower first. So if I do a beer review, it's probably going to be a good half an hour to an hour away. So yes, thanks for chiming in to this full Loko nonsense. And as I said, don't do many of these sort of non-beer reviews on the channel, but every now and then you got to change it up. And yeah, if something's just been advertised as new, it's like let's give it a whirl. So yeah, cheers and possibly see you soon.